Hangeul and Korean. Lecture 4. In 2. Hangeul Creation Principle. 1. Hangeul Creation Theory 2. As we saw earlier, King Sejong understood human speech, sounds, by separating them into vowels and consonants, which is consistent with the views of modern linguists. According to French linguist André Martinet, only human speech sounds have a double segmentation of phonological units that can be divided into consonants and vowels. He said that all sounds in the universe are expressed only as a single massive sound, but human speech sounds, on the other hand, divide the units into two halves and vocalize and recognize them. The following example makes it easy to understand. It's a real rooster call. It's an imitation sound in Korean.
kokkioo,
It's an imitation sound in English. Cock-a-doodle-doo. It's an imitation sound in Chinese.
我
There is definitely only one rooster's cry, but each language expresses it differently. Why is that? The sound of nature also varies from language to language. It's the actual sound of thunder. It's an imitation sound in Korean.
우르릉,
It's an imitation sound in English. Rumbling. It's an imitation sound in Chinese.
龙龙
Like this, all the sounds of the universe, such as rooster crows and thunder, are expressed very differently in each language. The reason is that, as mentioned earlier, the sound of heaven and earth is a massive sound that has not been divided into vowels and consonants from the beginning. Thus, when natural sounds that are not separated into vowels and consonants are expressed in human languages that are separated into vowels and consonants, there is a difference between each language. Moreover, human language is not unified, so each language has a different number of vowels or consonants, and even the same vowel and consonant do not have a completely consistent sound. Thus, there is a difference in expressing the sound of all things that other language users cannot recognize. However, other language speakers' perceptions of human speech are different from those of all things. Since humans make speech sounds by dividing them into segments from vocalization, it is possible for the listener to recognize the primary segment by dividing the human sound into several units. And as shown in the example, it is possible to recognize the second segment by dividing it into consonants and vowels again. The following is the pronunciation of a rooster's cry, which was imitated by humans, by people from each country. It's a pronunciation that a Korean speaker imitates in Korean.
kokkioo,
It's a Korean pronunciation that imitates this sound.
kokkioo
It's an American pronunciation that imitates this sound.
kokkioo
It's a Chinese pronunciation that imitates this sound.
kokkioo
What did you think about it? Animal and natural sounds, which were expressed very differently in different languages in direct expression, are expressed very similar in different languages when humans imitate them. Americans express rooster crows in English, and Koreans or Chinese imitate them, but similar results are obtained. Therefore, foreign languages can be learned. Of course, there are differences in vowels, consonants, and non-divisional phonemes in each language. So the following speech sounds are not completely consistent, but they can be recognized as similar to each other. However, there is one more thing to note here. In the first place, King Sejong intended not only to express human sounds, but also to express the sounds of nature and animals, which are chunks of sound. Thus, King Sejong tried to make a character that could express the sound of the wind, the cry of a crane, the cry of a chicken, and the bark of a dog, which had many differences in expression in each language. There is an interesting experiment that can prove that King Sejong's attempt was very successful. EBS TV gathered students who speak Korean, English, and Chinese and made the following sounds. In order, it is thunder, wind sounds, clucking chickens, dog barking, crane crying, unfamiliar foreign language. And the producer asked each country's students to write in the letters they use in their own language. The result sheet is as shown in the picture above, and even if it sounds the same, there were many individual differences when participants marked it in Chinese characters or English, but the difference was relatively small when participants marked it in Korean. Next, we had the participants exchange the result sheets they received and then experimented with reading according to the letters written by the person next to them. In order to check more objective facts, I tried to graph the voice that each language user reads by entering it into the sound recognizer. In the graph above, the blue line and the red line indicate the degree of correspondence with the actual sound. As you can see from the graph, you can see that the Korean language read in Korean is the closest to the actual sound. As stated in Lecture 2, it can also be scientifically proved that the adoration of Hangeul by scholars from various countries was not exaggerated. King Sejong's pioneering insight into expressing abstract philosophy in concrete science does not stop there, as we have seen above.